Okay, so we already know at this point that Terence Crawford have been doing interview after interview after interview within the last 30 days. Well, he did another interview with Brian Custer that was published the other day on YouTube. And Brian Custer asked him a very great question that no other interviewer asked him directly. He asked him about BLK Prime, and he also asked him how can he ensure that he's actually going to get paid if BLK Prime is a newly streaming app or a new company in the boxing world. And don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
So you're fighting Avanesian on a platform that's new to boxing, BLK Prime. It's been reported, Bud, that they're paying you $10 million for this fight. Is that accurate?
Gotta get the money. Gotta get the money. Gotta get the money.
Is that just for this fight, or is it for a series of fights? Like Adrian Broner said, he has a series of fights, he says, for 10 to 12 million.
No, just a one-fight deal. It's a one-fight deal.
How do you know, then, that this platform is financially solvent if they're going to pay you and Bruno that kind of money?
Well, me personally, I don't know what Broner's deal and structure is like, but I already got half of my money already, and I'm going to get the other half before I even step in the ring, like a week before. So, you know, that way I don't have to worry about if they have the money or if they don't, or have to go through all those hoops on getting paid. So my money is already secured.
So y'all heard everything that was said between Brian Custer and Terence Crawford. Brian Custer asked him about him getting paid $10 million for this fight. And guess what Terence Crawford said after Brian Custer asked him, is that accurate? Terence Crawford said, got to get the money. Why didn't he answer definitively? Why didn't he be direct in his response by saying yes or no? Just like he'd been in his response with fighting Spence this whole time. He kept saying no. I don't see this fight happening. No, I don't want to fight him. No, they've been dragging in negotiations. No, I don't want this fight. When he was asked about fighting Charlo, what did he say? Yeah, I'll fight Charlo. Yeah, I'll fight Thurman. Very definitive in his responses. Now they ask him about that money. All of a sudden now, he's not definitive in his responses. Got to get the money. Okay, cool. Question number 2, Brian Custer asked about this money. How do you know that this platform is financially solvent if they're going to pay you and Adrian Broner this kind of money? Once again, what did he answer in the latter part of his response? How did he answer? What did he answer? What did he say? I already got half my money, and I'm going to get the other half before I even step in the ring. A week before. Nobody asked you that. Brian Custer didn't ask you how much money you received already or when you was going to get the other portion of that money. No one asked you. How are you insured? How do you know that this platform is financially solvent to pay you that kind of money? How do you know? He didn't answer the question definitively. You want to know why? Because he never asked. That's how he don't know. He never asked the questions. He claimed on his Instagram Live and all these other interviews, he claimed that he asked Al Heyman and Steven Espinosa at Showtime for transparency. And they have a proven track record of doing good business, promoting events, shows, being successful locally, domestically, globally, and on pay-per-view. But he asked them for transparency. Nothing wrong with it. Here's the thing. He even said on his Instagram IG Live last month, y'all remember this, when he said himself, they keep asking me why I did not ask Bob Arum for transparency. And what did he say? Oh, I was promoted by Bob Arum. That's why I didn't ask for transparency. Isn't Isn't Terence Bud Crawford being promoted by some other people now in this fight against David Ebenezer? Yes. He doesn't own his own promotion company, correct? Okay, so let's pull up the evidence. We already know who's promoting this fight. We already see the two men involved with promoting this card. So if you didn't ask Bob Arum because you was being promoted by him, I guess this is the reason why you're not asking them. And they are a newly added streaming app when it comes to the sport of boxing. You should be asking them questions. It's called due diligence. Now, since he didn't ask the right questions, since he didn't even ask any questions, I'm going to help empower Terence Bud Crawford and all of you viewers right now. The questions that Terence Bud Crawford should have asked. And that's what this video is about. It's about the questions that he did not ask. I'm going to help him as a businessman. I'm going to help him ask the right questions. And anybody else that need to know the right questions, you're going to learn something today too. Here we go. This is how Terence Bud Crawford should approach BLK Prime when he was negotiating with them. These are the questions he should have asked. According to research conducted, it's documented that BLK Prime has an annual revenue of $5 million. Question number one, is that true? If it's not true, what is the current annual revenue? If that is true, question number three, may you verify that through a Form Schedule C? Question number four, how can I be ensured that I'll be compensated a minimum of $10 million? Guaranteed. Question number five, are you opposed of providing me the funds through a cashier's check as the method of payment for the services I'm going to render at this event? Prior to any commitments, I'm building my own independent promotion company. So instead of me accepting terms from BLK Prime or any other promoter or promoters involved, my performance and service rendered will be a joint venture to cross-market both brands. With that being said, question number six, will you consider exploring that opportunity prior to any mutual commitments? Question number seven, if so, will you consider my company and or brand negotiating with independent sponsors to assist in the associated expenses to promote this event? For an example, since I'm from Nebraska, since I've built relationships in Nebraska, since I've developed business associations in my home state of Nebraska, I can be responsible with providing sponsorships for the actual event as far as venue is concerned, since I'm going to be performing and rendering my services. And then you all, streaming app, can be responsible for negotiating and presenting sponsors through the opportunity for them to be advertised and market on the streaming platform through the duration of the event. Okay? Where we at? Question number 8? I think we had question number 8. Question number 8. Before we ask that question, in the advertisement and promotion of this event that we're going to be organizing, selling merchandise will be a revenue generating stream. Question number 8, are you willing to agree to both my company, my independent promotion company that I've started, through the joint venture, and your company splitting the proceeds? Question number 9, because I'm from Nebraska, I'm fully aware of the inevitable expenses associated with live streaming an event. It's extremely costly. Are you financially prepared to undergo that endeavor? And final question, question number 10. What profit margin formula do you all utilize? See, this is what I do. It don't take a rocket scientist to realize I'm a businessman. I should leave my email address right at the bottom of the screen. Yeah. Because this is what I do. I don't just help fighters and boxers manage their boxing career. I help people manage their taxes. I help people manage their credit. I got all kind of manage their small businesses. I'm a president and founder of a nonprofit organization. Man, I always help people manage. I help people manage their relationships, marriages, all kind of stuff, man. That's why they call me Manager Marty. See, y'all didn't know that, did you? Listen, those are the 10 questions. I think it was 10. Those are the 10 questions that if I was Bud Crawford, my own boss, like he said, those are the 10 questions that I would ask. And those are just preliminary questions. That's just the appetizer. You don't even want to wait until we get to the full course meal, right? Those are the 10 preliminary questions that Terence Bud Crawford should have asked BLK Prime, the investment firm, and whoever else that's going to have their hand in this one fight deal with him performing in his hometown. Because guess what? If you think about it, if they're paying him up front half the money and then getting the other half a week before the actual performance, that goes to tell me right there, he's not getting any money on the back end. It don't take a rocket scientist to see that either. And by the way, every boxer that's watching this channel and watching this video right now, you all know that you don't actually get paid until you get out the ring, go in the back first you got to let the ringside physician examine you and evaluate you first. And then you go in the back to the supervisor of the commissioner. And then they give you your check that you sign off for. We all know that. But no hating over here. He's going to get paid before he even perform. No problem. But he's not going to get no other money. So he's limited himself to just 10 million. When if he followed the formula that I gave right now and presented with these 10 questions, man, that could have led him up to having leverage in the negotiations with BLK Prime and all of these investment representatives to get way more money than 10 million. Hey, but what I know, I'm just Manager Marty. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel. I love feedback. Comment in the comment sections below. And let me tell y'all something. I'm Manager Marty. I help people manage all kind of things, and I'm successful at it. And I'm leaving my email address right at the bottom of your screen. Feel free to reach out at any time. Anytime. Hey, I'm Manager Marty. Till next time.